Why did I cover that child in sand and go, ha ha, when it spilt some sand on itself and started crying? It's not even 2. That's abusive. Well, no, actually it's not. Because I knew that child well enough to know that it would cope with it. It was a distraction technique, and I also was teaching it how to cope with spilling a bit of sand on itself, not by crying, because do you know what? Nobody wants to have that child. And also then taught it what to do afterwards. So I covered it in sand completely. Went ha 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 ha, because that's from The Simpsons. Is it Wilson from The Simpsons goes ha ha all the time? Ha 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 ha. Do you know what? That's why. And then I taught. She thought it was funny anyway. She did think it was funny. Well, she didn't. She's the child who stood up on the roundabout and was going around and fell off the chair of the chip shop and was fine and just got up again. Do you know what? I know this child enough, well enough. His parents are kickboxing most of the time. And then I got to stand up and shake off her trousers. It's like, and brush off the sand. And now just jump up and down and spill some of the shit. And then she started throwing at me, which, do you know what? I said, okay, I'll see where we're going with this. I probably deserve that. And taught her not to throw sand, you know. There's times and a place for doing things. It's appropriate, what is it called? Appropriate peer reactions, I suppose. And learning about that. Really? It wasn't abusive. She was crying because she'd spilt some sand on herself. It's like, this much sand? There's nothing. Look, now you're covered in sand. What's happened? Nothing. It's funny. It's funny. And then I just said, your mum's going to murder me because you're going to go home covered in sand. Except, hopefully she won't. She says, they're much better behaved now since I've been involved. Some of the time, anyway. Ha ha. It's distraction techniques and timing, isn't it, Caesar? Caesar said, yes, it is. Distraction and timing. Like I say, I know these children know. I know these children well enough to take that risk. Okay. I think that's all I wanted to say. I made another cup of tea, had some figs. I haven't given the children figs yet, no. Oh, well, that's what I started saying about the market. When we went to the market, I needed to get some potatoes, and then we got some oranges and apples, and they started fighting over oranges and apples, which I feel delighted the fruit and vegetable man, in as much as it's nice to see children that actually want fruit that badly. It's funny. I still get to juggle up and down the street for you if you want. He said, yes, please do. Anytime you want. But apparently they wouldn't even eat an apple 3 weeks ago, so but see, I had no problems getting to eat an apple. So I didn't know that was a thing. But then I did say about Niall, my son, who still won't eat bananas. It's just he won't even let people have bananas in the house. It's just one of those things in the family. It's like, yeah, all right, it's the banana thing. It's just a thing that's become a thing. She says, oh, actually, it's not important. I can't remember what I was saying. I said that the apple influences anyway, because they were eating apple in the park the other week, and then somebody came up with a small person as well who then wanted the apple, and so we gave them some apple. And I think this is another person who doesn't normally eat apples, but it's the peer thing, isn't it? They just see somebody else doing it, and then they just want to do it as well, which is often what is that called? Peer pressure. It's or non. something peer influence anyway. And you want to be, or you, I can't remember what to talk about anymore. So it's how things are presented. Same with the dogs. You learn it with the dogs, just implement it with people. Then there's a whole too many cooks spoil the briefing, and other reasons for peer influence that come into practice. So sometimes I'm supposed to walk away. I'm not getting involved in this. I'm not going to be the one who, you know what, I've got the time or patience to be doing it, and for you to be counteracting against it. So I'm not going to bother. I've got no time or inclination to be involved in this whatsoever. I'm going, bye then. It's counterproductive. I can't think of anything else I want to say. Why would we throw the dollies into the sky? Well, they're just dollies for one. Just dollies. Just dollies. Just throw them into the sky. Just do it. Let them go. Told her all the time. Just let them go. Just let it go. You don't need these dollies. We can love the dollies another day. I just felt like saying it. So I did. She did it. I suppose partly it's one of those. And the choice thing is she didn't have to throw the dollies into the sky. She didn't have to throw the dollies into the sky. At the park, at the play park there. That's what we did. I bounced the ball on the way up the road. Then they wanted to copy me and bounce the ball as well, and it rolled into the road. So I then decided maybe that wasn't the best place to be bouncing a ball. Not because I couldn't do it, but because they were copying me. I didn't want to run into the road, but we talked it through. Not because there's anything wrong with bouncing a ball along the road, but because all the children running into the road after the ball. Basically, we're still working on our listening skills. And thinking skills as well, and our paying attention skills. It goes to driving, doesn't it? Because it's like, I remember when I used to have driving lessons, I say you always have to be aware of other drivers on the road. It's not just a case of thinking about what you're doing, but having awareness of what other people are doing. So that, whatever that's called as well, with the kids, it's like a balance, isn't it, of following instructions, but also you having awareness of what they're doing. What's it called? Triad of what? Intelligence? I don't know. I'm building what? I don't really know. Is that enough? Probably is. I'm having another cup of tea. I just smashed a whole thing of malt extract on the floor, so there was glass everywhere, and I just cleaned it up a bit, mostly so the dog doesn't lick it up and get the glass in it. I think I've got some in my fingers. Not so much it's bleeding, just enough to annoy me. Good. Well, doesn't really matter, does it? The malt smelled a bit like musty anyway, so it probably needed smashing. There was it was open. It's been open a while. A message in there. Yeah. You buried a whole child in the sand. It's gay, isn't it? We used to go to the beach and bury people in the sand up to, it was just fun. It's just, what's it called? Confidence building again. It was just a small bit of sand she spilled on herself and started screaming. Christ's sake, it was about 4 grains of sand. Look, now you can't even see it. It's under all this other sand. Ha ha. And then she started throwing sand at me. It's funny because I told you before, I deserved that. I earned that. And she, do you know what? She deserves to be the person who knows that it's okay to do that. The dog did the same thing when I threw her in the river. Do you remember when I first got her? I threw her in the river and she got out. I helped her out. And then she came around and put her paws on behind my back and tried to push me in the river. She was always doing things like that. And then I knew the truth. I don't mind. But that was, do you know what? That was our interaction. The whole thing was a lesson. Wasn't it? Yes, it was. We're forming characters, strong people that know how to deal with different situations and theoretically are going to be resilient problem solvers. What's the word? Something thinkers. Logical thinkers. Critical thinkers? I don't know. That's the theory anyway. Problem solvers. It's the basics, isn't it? You teach people how to solve problems and you can transfer those skills to anything. Is that enough? Probably more than plenty. This time of Thursday and there's nothing else to do. I was just thinking about tiger mums. I didn't even know that was a thing. But do you know, I was never going to be that person. I'm not going to be curing. I'm not the curing person. I remember that's one reason I didn't even bother trying to get tickets for Glastonbury about 15 years ago, because there was something like a 4-day waiting queue on the phone, and then you just got cut off. I'm not even going to bother trying. This isn't the person I want to be. I'll find something else to do. I'm not going to be sitting on a phone waiting for a ticket. That's just, nah. Do you know what? No, I don't think so. I'll do something different. I'll be that person who does something else. Oh, jellyfish mums, I heard, was the opposite. We just don't give a shit. Maybe. It's maybe something a bit like that. Jellyfish have a sting in the tail though, don't they? Gee, is that just what jellyfish? Portuguese. Man of war. Well, there probably is a certain amount of need to finish a task. There probably is. I don't really know what tasks need doing though. I'm just doing this bit. I'm just doing my bit, my end. I was getting ready for school, to be honest. Oh, I was getting ready for school. I don't know what to say it. I'm getting ready for life, to be honest. You have to be resilient, don't you, and flexible. You never know what's going to happen. Next minute down the road, anything could happen. Anything at all. Shall I go? Drink my cup of tea. What cup of tea have I got? Well, I'll tell you what I've got. I've just got green tea and lemon. Lavender in it. I dropped lavender in it this morning and I've just dropped it in again. What else did I have for tea apart from an orange? 2 figs. Just because I haven't got the inclination to cook anything else at the moment. I might get up and do something later on. I might not. What does my Swedish jumper look like? You know, it looks like my fisherman's jumper. It's just from Tesco's. It's not a proper wool one. I got it out of a bin. Out of a, what's it called? A clothes bin around the corner where all the bags were spilling across the road. I was walking back from somewhere one night last year. And I just bought this one thing because I couldn't resist it. It's It's my old fisherman's jumper. It's my old folk jumper. It's only a Tesco's one. It's only a polythene one though. But it's just soft and this one. I dyed it in tea to make it look a bit more stained. It's my Wanker jumper. And I want to be a vanakist. Vanakist don't wear that sort of shit. Why don't you mind your own business? You don't know anything about what I'm talking about. I'm going to get some dreadlocks. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to put this old skirt on. Some leggings underneath. I saw some desert boots in the army surplus shop the other day because I can't have power boots anymore because I'm a vegan. But the desert ones look quite nice. I need power boots if I want to be a van wanker. Well, maybe I'll get some then. But I haven't got a van. I'll soon get one if I walk around like that. Probably. And a driver. I'm lucky. I don't know. I'll just take my dog and my saucepan. my thing of gas. But I'll probably be needed actually. And my knife. And all my recipes for van cakes. It's because it sounds like pancake. It's a van cake. Do you know what? Do I have to explain everything to you, babies? Right. Do I know how to take a wheel off? Well, I suppose it depends. I know you need one of them. I know how wheels. Well, we used to have a jack. You have to jack the car up or the van. I mean, you might need a bigger jack for van. Probably do actually. You normally just get someone with a bigger van to come along and pull you. Don't you? I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know at all. Tractor? You know anyone with a tractor? Probably. And a van. Why? You're stuck in a field. Okay then. Think of pancake recipes. Funny you should say that. Right. I'm bored. And I'm probably gonna meditate actually. I'm meditating. I'm a meditating person now. That's what I wanted to say. What else do van people wear? Just jumpers really. And blankets. I'm going. I am. Seriously. I'm going somewhere else. I'm needed. I'm gonna go somewhere where I'm appreciated. And it's not here. I'll talk to you later on. When you appreciate me a bit more. Right? Bye.